I'm Jessica Scott, and I am the marketing officer here at the Turtleford Credit Union.
And I am Ian Hegstrom. I'm the general manager here.
Thank you very much. All right, so to kind of get us going and to set a little bit of that foundation, tell me a little bit about what you do at Turtleford Credit Union. So Jessica, you introduced yourself first, so I'll ask you to start. So tell me a little bit about what you do at Turtleford.
I work on and I'm involved in all the marketing aspects for Turtleford Credit Union, doing a lot of the social media, website, creative content, for stuff that we put out on our website and social media, as well as in branch.
All things marketing.
Yeah, all things marketing.
There we go. Awesome. And how about yourself, Ian? Oh, sorry. And actually, before we started with Ian, Jessica, how long have you been in the credit union system?
Just 1 year.
For a year. Good. So this is exciting because it's a great family to be a part of.
Yes.
Ian, how about yourself? Tell me a little bit about what you do at Turtleford, how long you've been there, and kind of what you oversee.
Well, I'm the general manager. I've been in the credit union system and with Turtleford for about 28 years now. I've been in the general manager role for just over 5. As the general manager, my main role is to serve as the intermediary between the board and what they are serving for a broad strategic direction, and then setting out operational goals and targets to try and get the whole organization on that path forward.
What was it that had you drawn to, reaching back out to me, and some of the challenges that you were facing there at your credit union?
On a broad level, marketing for us, we've called it marketing, is mostly consisted historically of managing basic advertising and donations. And we have long been trying to shift to more of a proactive approach in general to business. Marketing then being a key part of that to try and bring in business, as the days of sitting back and waiting for business to come in have been left in the past. And we, rather than just, again, I'm in that broad strategic level, so rather than let a marketing person just flounder around, we thought it would make a lot more sense to get some input from somebody with more experience. And to be more specific with yourself and Blue Dragonfly, it very much appealed that you had a credit union history, so we would not be having to explain to some marketing firm what a credit union is.
Jessica, how about for yourself? What kind of challenge or problem do you feel that you were facing, because you're taking on this marketing role in a little bit of a temporary type of a role or temporary position for now, and so to be seen yet what that might look like. So tell me in your words, what problem or challenge were you facing in your new role?
I would say the biggest one was that I was new to marketing. It was a new role for me, and I didn't know a lot, I guess, or have that experience in it. So it was very fresh coming in and learning everything, and then just I don't know, then coming and hearing everything from you, it has helped a lot to understand marketing and how it can help grow and maintain our business. So
you had mentioned a little bit about, what led you to consider Blue Dragonfly to assist you with your challenge, Ian, and that was, just the deep credit union history that I hold, as well as that marketing piece. So was there anything in additional to that, or does that kind of sum up what had you considering myself to be able to assist your challenge?
That pretty much sums it up. We knew we wanted and needed some marketing expertise to help us not start from square one unnecessarily, when we know there's experts out there with a lot of deep history in marketing. And again, it was that credit union history for us kind of put it over the edge, as far as it seemed pointless to reach out to other agencies when it looked like this would be an excellent fit for our purposes.
A big question is, what was your experience like in working with myself? So, Jessica, how about we start with you this time? You and I have been working together a
Yeah,
lot, the lion's share for sure. So, what's it been like for you?
it's been great. um, yeah, I found you're very friendly and creative and hardworking, knowledgeable, and I could tell you have a huge passion for marketing, and you were always willing to share that with me, which was huge, being that I was new to all of this. Yeah, could tell you have a lot of experience and expertise and connections in the marketing industry, which you were also willing to share with us and help us connect with um, other people and to help us, yeah, further our marketing. And you always took the time to explain things and how marketing would come back to that. So any information, this is how marketing would um, help your business. So that was also great, being that I was, yeah, new to all of this. So
Good.
overall, great.
I'll take that. Great. Just like Tony the Tiger. I don't know if you remember those commercials for Frosted Flakes, but that's been a
Yeah.
minute. Maybe I'm dating myself. So for yourself, Ian, so the experience that you and I have had working together is maybe at a different type of a level, where it hasn't been as much of the day-to-day like what Jessica and I have been talking about. So I'd really appreciate you sharing what your experience has been like in working with me.
I could sum it up again by saying great. I won't try and give the Tony the Tiger sounds, but I think you know what it is. Um, when you had the initial prospectus or whatever you want to call it that you sent out describing your services, that was great. But of course, one never really knows what that's going to look like until one gets into it. Hindsight being 2020, I'm very happy that we picked, I'll call it the platinum level or the higher level with more of your services. I'm very happy that it was not a case of being a canned thing that you slapped a couple of Turtleford Credit Union logos on and did it. You did a lot of work, deep dives into some of our data to try and customize a plan for us. And I found those efforts to be greatly helpful. I don't have the time sometimes to get into that as much myself as I'd like. So your doing that was great, and well worth every penny.
You went above and beyond, I think.
Being ever mindful of cost and budget. My initial thought, this being such a new thing, was to pick more of the mid-range offering. However, my board thought it over and thought if we're going to pursue something proactive like this, it was worth going all in. And I am again very happy to be able to say with confidence when I go back to my board, it has been worth every penny. So that was a great decision on their part.
As soon as that, agreement is there for me to get to work with you, I then place myself as part of your staff, and look to have that best result for the members who are now standing behind me, and of course for you. And so that's great, and I'm happy to hear that those efforts were recognized and appreciated. I am a bit of a data geek. I love diving into it because the stories for me that it can share from a marketing lens not only affects marketing, but marketing affects all of the different areas of the organization. And so for me to be able to provide that information or those viewpoints, my viewpoints, if those were helpful to you, then all the better. Our kind of foundational piece was that strategic marketing plan. And so how are you feeling now that we are coming to the end of that plan?
I feel good. I thought the results were exceptional. Lots of detail, organized, useful information that we're going to be able to use for our credit union, and how marketing can help grow again and maintain our business, and how we can evolve from here in marketing. So lots of information, like Ian said, deep dive into the detail, and we now have, yeah, an organized plan for marketing.
Excellent, excellent. A little bit more direction going forward.
Yeah, direction, that's a good word for it.
Good. And how about for yourself, Ian, in some of the results now when we think back over the past few months of our working together and creating this plan together?
Well, of course, when we started, we shared what we kind of were doing for marketing in the past and our somewhat basic spreadsheet that we use for tracking expenditures. I would say the strategic plan and the revisions to the, I'll call it strategic budget that you came up with, really represent a seismic shift for us on what we're doing and what we're trying to drive forward to. We're going to have to, of course, keep our efforts going on following the plan and working on it and inevitably evolving it. But I think it's got us in a really good position to be moving forward.
So when we're thinking about the strategic marketing plan now, so we've got it done. So now thinking about how will you use this going forward?
Now that we have our plan, making a checklist on timelines and tasks is how we're gonna make that plan happen and what we're gonna do to put it out there for the campaigns and stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah, for sure, right? So taking that really, we've got a super in-depth plan that isn't only beneficial to be able to help you in this coming year, but hopefully beneficial so that it can be built upon and updated and continually it's a living
Yes.
document that will be used going forward.
And so we
But
already have those, yeah,
yeah,
for
and
future years.
and you know, your position, you're not quite sure, right? Are you going to stay there? Is this going to shift over? So if it does shift over, how will that new person coming in or coming back be able to take that information and go forward with it? So it's taking that, all that information, that big plan, and now tasking it out into reasonable timelines and tasks to be able to make sure that at the end of the year, we can say we were successful in completing all of this. So that would be, I don't know, for me, I guess, to be able to leverage that, that would be my
No, I agree.
goal and the way that, you know, so we do have that advisory piece now, Jessica. You and I are going to get to meet over the next year. And so together we're going to help to make sure that this doesn't just sit on on the computer drive and we say yay yes, but we're actually going to take this and we're going to set sail. And we're going to make sure that each of those things in there are being met and are being achieved. And we've got metrics in there too. And sometimes measuring marketing's tough, right? Because marketing isn't black and white. It isn't, we have a sale on chocolate bars, we sold this many chocolate bars. Credit union marketing just doesn't work like that because we got things that people cannot touch and hold. And so marketing is really the long game. And so how are we able to set some of those metrics to know that we are progressing towards that touchdown, so to speak?
Personally, I would recommend you to anybody.
I mean, I would reiterate and summarize most of what I've said is I found you, Lyanne, to be very experienced and knowledgeable about what you do, very willing and passionate about sharing it. And the extra cherry on top for us, of course, is you have that deep credit union background, which really helps leverage what I will call general marketing knowledge into our organization.